Yeah, we're good now.
Hey, how's everybody doing today? This is Jonathan with my co-host here, Michael Lennon.
Yep, I'm here. Ready to talk
How you
sports.
doing today, my man?
Doing good. But just been following all the other stories online, especially after that CNN special. And I know I've been noticing you've been talking a lot about a certain someone on Facebook all day. So I figured we could talk about that a little bit.
Yes, I have. And his name is LaVar Ball, as everybody probably knows who he is. He's very talkative, a very bombastic individual, and he's a good father. Let's not get that wrong. He's a good
I agree.
father. He's raised his three boys, to be successful young men. All three of them are basketball phenoms. But he talks a little bit too much. He gets carried away at times, and I think a lot of it is because of a marketing ploy. I think a lot of it is to sell his son's brand. As you know, he's the guy in charge of Big Baller Brand. So I think a lot of it has to do with marketing his sons and promoting their brand. It's all propaganda.
Yeah. I mean, one thing you have to say is whatever he's doing, whether you like it or not, it's working because his brand is doing well. I don't know if you ever saw that Ball in the Family, and then the lines going outside the door for days for them to sign stuff and for their gear. So obviously, whatever he's doing is working. And yeah, it's a marketing machine. That's not get it twisted in any way. I think everybody
Mm-hmm.
knows that. And him being in the headlines, being on CNN, while most people onlookers and they hate I'm not a big fan of the overhyping and stuff like that. I feel like it does
Right.
no favors to Lonzo and his sons, but at the same time, it's getting the word out there, and his stuff is selling. And
Mm-hmm.
I think when you talk also about being a father, I mean, he's just pushing their name out there further. He's trying to get their name out there. He's trying to get the best of them. It's funny because before I watched that, I don't know if you've watched it, The Ball in the Family. I had a very different opinion. Now, when I saw him on there, I was like, okay, I think I maybe understand this guy a little bit more. I still think some of the stuff he says is ridiculous, but I can kind of see, it's like he's like the marketing mouthpiece.
Oh, he's very outlandish. A lot of his comments are outlandish. They're overboard. They're things you would never hear from other people. Like when he claimed that his son are not his son, but him himself could beat Michael Jordan, or in a one-on-one game. Or the time when he said that his son Lonzo Ball, who's not doing very well at the moment right now, and a lot of it is because of growing pains. But back onto the point, he said that his son would be better than Stephon Curry. His son is nowhere near being as good as Stephon Curry. But
No,
look, he has potential to be great. Lonzo Ball is a great passer. He's a facilitator. He has eyes in the back of his head, and I think that's why Magic Johnson drafted him, because he feels that if there's going to be a creator of the Showtime era, it will be Lonzo Ball. But Lonzo Ball has an ugly shot. Oh my goodness, that shot is so terrible. It's horrendous. It's hideous. Every time I see him take a shot, I'm like, oh my God, please just pass the ball. Pass the ball. Don't shoot anymore, Lonzo. Just pass the ball.
yeah,
But
it's
this
pretty
is
bad form
every
on that
father's.
jumper.
What was that?
It is pretty bad form on that jumper for sure.
It's terrible. But this is a father, and this is what any father would do. They would support their kids. They will hype them up, you know, to a greater measure, and they would believe anything is possible, and that's how LaVar Ball is. But at the same time, I think he needs to hush, quiet down a little bit, and just let his kid play. Another incident today involving LaVar Ball. I don't know if you heard. I posted it up on Facebook that he called out the Lakers coaching, said
Yeah,
that he knows how to coach his son, said that took shots basically at Luke Walton, saying that they don't know how to coach his son. That pretty much basically what he believes is that they're failing his son. No, your son is not a great shooter. He is not. He's not at that level yet. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that he probably came out a little bit too early. You know,
yeah,
he forewent his sophomore season, declared for the NBA draft, And that's what a lot of these kids are today. They're freshman phenoms that come out as one and done players, and they're not fully developed yet. They haven't quite ripened into perennial stars yet because it takes time to adapt to a new change of scenery, and it takes time to adjust to the NBA. The pro game is a totally different animal than college ball.
There's a big
Our high
difference
school
between
ball,
like
for
30,
instance.
30 some odd games and 82 games. There's a big difference. Not only that, but the level of competition is a lot different. And somebody was saying something like, "Well, put them in the D League and it'll be different." I'm like, no, the D League competition is really good. Also, one
Yes.
thing I'll tell you is that, I think I talked to my nephew a lot about this because he's kind of a fan of Lonzo's, and I'm just like, I think people have been a little overly critical of him. I think you have to know what you're getting in Lonzo, but you're not going to get a guy that's going to go and score 20 points tonight. That's not his game. He's a distributor,
No,
and
exactly.
what he's doing so far as a rookie, I'm fine with. Like if he's getting 8 points, 7 and 7 or something like that, those are pretty good numbers for a rookie. And I think because this is where it's like the double-edged sword with LaVar is because he was so hyped and because so much was said.
Exactly.
He's got a lot of pressure on him, and that's really hard. But if he was any other rookie, I think it would be so much criticism.
Right. And he's cashing, his father is cashing checks that his son can't cash. And, he's put, excuse me, I think he's put a major target on his son's back. You saw what happened opening night when the
Pat
Clippers
Beverly.
uh, played the Lakers and Patrick Beverly was all in his face, But Patrick Beverly is a very physical type player. He'll come at you like that. But I guess this was a statement made. And the point of his statement was to say, "Welcome to the NBA, son. Welcome to the NBA." It's a totally different ball game. You're gonna have to get used to it, and I'm pretty sure there's many more players that's gonna come at him like that. There's gonna be. I'm sure Stephon Curry wants a piece of him. After what his father said, I'm pretty sure there's a number of players that's ready for this guy when he steps onto their hardwood floor, or when they come into the Staples Center, and they're gonna be ready. They're gonna be in beast mode, and they're gonna come after this guy. And it's really unfortunate because he is a humble kid. He's totally opposite of his dad. That's
Yes.
what amazes me. That's what's so fascinating with me. The kid is unflappable. He's very calm. He doesn't show too much emotion. He just goes out there and play the game, and he lets the game speak for itself. And that's what I respect the most about Lonzo Ball. And I think a lot of people need to let the kid breathe. I wrote this in a column last week. They need to just let the kid breathe. Just let him breathe.
Great.
And let him play his game. He's already averaged 2 triple doubles as a rookie. If that's not impressive, I don't know what is.
You're a Lakers fan, so if anybody's going to be critical, it would be you. But I think you see what he's doing out there, and he's trying to also play it within the natural flow of the system. He's not trying to go and force anything, which is a great sign of maturity for a young player, I think.
Exactly.
And not only that, but it's weird because I think people that don't know Lonzo, the person, are so caught up with LaVar that they're I don't want to say hatred, but their opinion of LaVar shapes how they feel about Lonzo. But what
Right.
I've seen of Lonzo so far is he's completely different. Like it's like you said, he's very humble. He
Right.
goes out in the floor, does his thing. He's not
Exactly.
very flashy or showy or anything like that. He just goes and he's trying to distribute the ball. And so I think the people that actually go get to know him, and if he gets that opportunity to show who he is, I think he can change some minds. But right
Right.
now, it's just obviously he's got. It's like I said before, it's a lot of pressure, and he's going to have that burden so far with everything that was said about him.
Exactly.
Living up to that, and that's not anything anybody can really live up to.
Exactly. And it's because of the resentment towards his father. I agree. Exactly. That has a lot to do with why the kid is being bullied while there's so much criticism involving him, while he's in the middle of a number of controversies. And I was telling myself the other day, I wonder if Alonzo Ball, along with LiAngelo Ball, who was, caught for shoplifting in China, we all know about that incident. I wonder if the younger one, LaMelo Ball, I wonder if all of them say to themselves, Dad, just shut up, please. Just shut up. Because I wonder if this embarrasses them. Like if they have this feeling of a humiliation. This is my father, and he just makes the most ridiculous statements that's unheard of.
Yeah. Hey, but where do you go from here? Because him making those statements is what got him on the air and got him all that camera time and is getting that marketing word out there. But and once you're out there, can you pull it back at all?
Yes, he's very how can I say it? A clever minded individual. He knows what he's doing. He's a brilliant marketer. He's a controlling dad too. I can kind of see it. He's very controlling, but he has a great strategy on how to market his sons and how to produce his product, and it's working well for him. And this is exactly what he's doing. Who knows what he is behind closed doors? All we know is what we see on TV or what we hear on Twitter or what we see anywhere else regarding LaVar Ball.
Yeah.
But I think he needs to sit back because he could become a distraction for the Lakers if he continues to run his mouth. I think he needs to sit back a little bit and just let the Lakers do their thing. Luke Walton's a young coach. The Lakers are a young team. Sad to say it, Lonzo Ball is far from being the best rookie on the roster right now. That's Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma holds that title right now as the best rookie on the Lakers roster. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Brook Lopez has come in and been a great asset to the team. I mean, you have other players that's just scoring more than what he is. He's not even the top scorer. He's not even a top 5 Laker right now. Would you agree?
No, I agree, and I think he started from beginning, and I don't know if that was maybe the right choice right away. And obviously he's the number 2 pick, and you expect that he's going to come in right away. But maybe if I'm the brass over there, I'd say, okay, well, let's start Clarkson and then bring him off the bench slowly and see where he's at.
Exactly. Or that night that Luke Walton decided to bench him for the entire fourth quarter and stayed with the hot hands. He stayed with Corey Brewer and Jordan Clarkson because they were balling. They were simply producing. And then, his dad made a statement about that. Well, they're not playing my son enough minutes. Your son is the only other rookie getting more playing time than Simmons. Simmons, right? Ben Simmons.
Yeah, Ben Simmons, yep.
Ben Simmons in Philadelphia. So, I mean, come on, dude. Just let your son play. You've done enough. This is how I feel. LaVar Ball has done enough talking. Let your kids just play the game and do the rest, and let them do their talking. Let the game speak for itself.
And yeah, I mean, he got him to the NBA, right? He got LaVar to the NBA. Okay, let him stay. Let him be now. Focus on the other two, and let LaVar's game. Like I said, let LaVar himself speak for himself, and let his game speak for itself. And I think eventually it will. And I think a lot of people will end up turning around on the way they think about him. And I think that will end up helping out a lot. But going in and talking about the coaches is not going to do you any favors. It's not going to do your son any favors. You got to trust that Luke Walton, who worked under Steve Kerr and a number of other coaches before that, is a smart young kid, and he's going to do the right thing. You just got to put your trust in him and let him do his job and do yours. And that's it.
Exactly. I couldn't agree more. Well, today that's going to wrap up our little section. This was actually a little test we was running. Me and Michael here are going to be doing our daily show. I don't know if we're going to make it daily yet. We have figured that out. But we're going to be doing a sports show together. And we look to have fun, take off with it and do our thing. This is going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. We're going to have a good time with the show. Michael is a good friend of mine. Michael is the guy, as I talked about before, is the guy that gave me an opportunity to cover a Spurs event that was taking place at Cal State Fullerton, my school, the night that Bruce Bowen got honored for the Titans Athletic Hall of Fame, I was given a press pass, a media credential by my good friend here, Michael, and I covered that event for his website, Spurs Project.
ProductSpurs.com. Yep.
Yeah, be sure to tell them a little more about your site before we go.
Yeah, I mean, ProductSpurs.com is we cover the Spurs pretty regularly, and you can actually check out ProductSpursNetwork.com, and that's our whole full network of sites. We've got like 12 sites, and it's mostly a lot of Texas area stuff. Yeah, you can check that out. Spurs Product Spurs is definitely our flagship, and we've got daily posts on there a few times a day on the Spurs and a lot of analytics and stuff like that. So check it out if you're into Spurs. Also check out AnalyzingTheLeague.com if you're more interested in NBA level. Paul Garcia, who's my co-editor on Product Spurs, that's his site within our network. So check that out as well.
Very talented as well.
Definitely. But it's fun, John. I'm looking forward to doing more.
I'm looking forward to this too, Michael. I'll see you soon. We'll talk soon. You guys out there, all you guys watching this, take care. Have a wonderful day. Michael, you say your last thing, and we'll be out.
That's it. Just glad to do it. And if you want to chime in or anything like that, leave comments. If you have any topics you want to give us, go ahead and do that. We're willing to talk about pretty much whatever. And hey, we'll maybe even take guests and things like that if you're interested. So anyway, y'all have a good day.